So a few hours ago we got our first official gameplay demo of AC Valhalla, and I have some interesting feelings about it. But before I actually do get into this, I just want to say a massive thank you to Joraptor for letting me use his gameplay. He got to play a few hours of the game for himself, so if you want to see that in full or his thoughts from someone who's actually played the game, I'll link his channel in the description. So with that said, let's get into my thoughts about everything we now know about AC Valhalla. So I'll start with the positives. I've got some mixed feelings about what we saw, but there's definitely some things I really did like. Most of all, social stealth. Social stealth is of course a key element of this series, and after hearing it was coming back, that was the main thing I wanted to see. I was really interested in how it would be done in this new style of AC, but what we saw looked great. Once again, we can blend and walk with crowds, this time using a button prompt, and using this crowd of hooded people, to get through the city walls was very AC1. It's nice this game is giving us back this imposing feel of the world just being against us. I do like that. Eivor also blends with the environment, sitting at a bench and moulding some clay. The social stealth has been the thing I've been most hyped for, and to see it look this good is really reassuring, and I can't wait to get deeper into it. Also, you can toggle your HUD in the game using this little tool wheel that I actually really like, as it means more functionality and just a more convenient game that cuts out a lot of, scrolling through menus. We got a fairly good look at the world of Valhalla, and I don't think Norwich has ever looked this good. This is a beautiful looking game from top to bottom. I think the world looks really detailed, and I hope that's complemented by plenty of side content. Outside of side quests, we've seen these rock cairns as well as these places of power basically, and I do like these. I just hope they aren't substitutes for stronger content. We got to see this little puzzle basically where this house is locked and Eivor has to find a window so she can shoot the lock off. I really like that the world actually engages you in these off-script moments. It's quite nice. Another thing I liked was Odin's sight. It's a blend of eagle vision and animus pulse. It's more animus pulse than it is eagle vision, but it's still cool. Also, just being able to fish on the fly again is brilliant and really engages you with the world. The combat so far looks okay. There's so much to it that I feel I'm not going to have the full picture until I've played it. As I say, it looks okay. The weight and crunch that was being talked about doesn't really seem to be there, and it seems to play similarly to Odyssey and Origins, which was to be expected I suppose, and as I say, I have a lot of questions, and I don't know if it'll be more Origins or more Odyssey, but we'll find out soon enough. My issue with the combat is everyone seems far too light. Eivor can just zip away using these dodges. Origins had a similar issue in that game's demo, so I reckon that could be fixed. I just hope the same can be said for the enemy ragdoll animations. Eivor can basically Spartan kick enemies 20 to 30 feet, and that totally takes away from the more grounded nature that this combat was meant to have, so I'd hope that'll be sorted out. The enemy and weapon variety are also great, and so are the finisher animations. Also, the parkour is basically the same, but it's smoother, so that's nice. Another thing that I actually liked is the quest line from the demo. It seems to have a fairly large scale to it compared to the quests of Odyssey and Origins, and also a fair bit of length to it. Your choices actually seem to matter more here, as Ruud returns since Eivor didn't kill him, and potentially Ruud could kill Oswald if you make the wrong choice again. I still really don't like choices in Assassin's Creed, but if you're gonna do them, make them matter, and I also mind much less when they're in side encounters that don't really have an effect on the overall narrative of the series. Still not a fan of them, but they're far more well done here than they were in Odyssey, it seems. Also, desynchronizing for killing civilians is back, and that's also another great small thing. With all that said, onto the things that weren't as good. Facial animations and general jank are an easy target and are gonna change with time, so I won't really judge those too hard. We've also been told of these animus anomalies where the modern day and ancestor story cross over, and Layla will apparently have to climb up these rotating blue platforms in medieval England. Apparently this is the thing that Darby wanted to do, and I do trust Darby, but this sounds a bit fucking stupid to be honest. I trust the guy, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but the fact the animus is just this MacGuffin that does literally anything is a bit annoying, and this is generally just sounding quite stupid. Speaking of the animus, the gender option doesn't matter too much because you can literally switch as you play. I hate the fact gender options are a thing, as they conflict with lore so much, and I love getting attached to one character in AC and seeing their stories develop. The fact that now in an Assassin's Creed game we have gender and dialogue options and can also switch character in-game just proves how far the series has strayed into anything but itself. Don't get me wrong, I like this gameplay demo. I liked it a fair bit as a demo for an RPG, but not an Assassin's Creed game. It looks good, but it does not look like Assassin's Creed in the slightest. The few seconds of social stealth we saw in this big chunk of over 30 minutes of gameplay Ubisoft gave us was basically all the explicitly AC stuff that we saw, bar a few uses of the hidden blade. Overall, that's my big issue. I'm sure the story is going to be great with Darby at the helm, but I could watch basically all of this demo and have no clue what game it is. If this was 2016, not even 2016, I could probably play Origins, then look at this and see a competent Witcher clone, but not Assassin's Creed. It's clear Ubisoft had done marketing AC as AC, but seeing all of this footage and so little of it striking a chord with me as an Assassin's Creed fan is really disappointing. This was much more of a chilled out first impressions type video, but I plan on doing a video soon about why Valhalla disappoints me as an Assassin's Creed fan. I'll probably script my thoughts properly and it'll be far more cohesive, but if you guys enjoyed this, maybe leave a like, and if you didn't, maybe let me know why. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.